Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Devon in raw form, and welcome to another Help Me Devon tutorial review. And today, in this Help Me Devon tutorial review, I'll be showing you guys LANDR, an online mastering service based off of artificial intelligence. Now, stay with me, and I know what you're asking yourself, what is this? Now, it's basically an online mastering service that gives you the capability of uploading your mix and creating a master for you based on certain parameters, presets, even reference tracks that you give it. Now, this tutorial, I'm basically showing you guys how to use LANDR, what it can be used for, and this is for the people that either you've heard of LANDR or you've never heard of LANDR. I'm just gonna walk you through basically what this thing creates, what it can be used like, and how maybe you can integrate this into your own stuff. So let's get right to it. So this is the interface that you're first greeted with. As far as this, I have a subscription to LANDR as well. I want to say a big thanks to LANDR for actually asking me to basically try out this program and this app and get a vibe for what it does and everything like that. So we're just going to dive right into it and get to it. Now, I'm also going to ask you guys to comment, like, subscribe at any time during this video to keep this channel going and to support it. And also make sure you visit helpmedevon.info at any time to get some of our presets, vocal chains, a bunch of goodies for a bunch of DAWs. Now let's get to the tutorial. Okay, so this is what I'm greeted with. It says library when I first sign into my account. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click new. I'm going to click upload. And basically, I'm going to go to the desktop. And the song that I'm going to use is one of my own songs. It's called Honeymoon Phase. I'm going to upload this into the LANDR system. Let's upload it right now. Okay, now that it's completed the upload into the system, let's go to the next step. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to press a button that says master. Clicking it. So as you can see, it's preparing the preview, and we'll wait until it's done. The fact that I'm getting a master within, I don't know what, 3 minutes is pretty insane, and I'm very interested to hear what it created. Okay, so first thing we'll do is listen to the original. Sweet young baby, oh, is that honeymoon phase? Yeah. Well, great, now let's listen to LANDR's version. Just great, yeah. It's the honeymoon phase. I'm praying that it don't change. Now I know we both know what we very interesting. It sounds louder. I'm actually impressed with the way it sounds. Now let's dive a little deeper into this process. There are some buttons down here that says style. One says warm, balance, open. Another says intensity, low, medium, high. Now you'll only get this if you get their mid-tier plan where you can actually manipulate the style and the intensity and stuff like that. So I do highly recommend that. I'll actually leave a link for you to get LANDR, a subscription for LANDR, in the description below. Okay, cool. So here it is. I have this style basically set to balance and medium. Now, let's say, for instance, I click that I want it to sound more open. Let's choose between the styles to see what these styles basically do. Let's put this back to the top and we'll press play, and I'll go for warm first. So warm, play. Cause we young, baby. Oh, it's honeymoon phase, yeah. Well, everything is just great, yeah. It's the honeymoon phase, yeah. I'm praying that it don't change, but it got to, don't it? Now I know we both know what we getting. So as I listen to that, I'll be honest with you, it's doing exactly what it said it's gonna do. Warm seems to have a more focused mid-range and bottom end. Balance feels balanced. It feels like I'm getting some of that warmth and some of that openness, and open just feels more open. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It feels like the open is playing a little bit more on widening that side information a bit. Balance just feels like it's just balancing between the warm and the open. And warm, like I said, just has more of a focus in that mid-range with that bottom end and stuff like that. Now, I'm gonna keep it at balance for now, and let's go to intensity. Let's see what the intensity does. Let's start with low. It's okay, cause we young, baby. Oh, it's that honeymoon phase, yeah. Well, everything is just great, yeah. It's the honeymoon phase, yeah. I'm praying that it don't change, but it got to, don't it? So pretty much the difference between the intensity of low, medium, high is I noticed that low sounds like there's less processing, and it also has a volume difference. Medium sounds like more processing than low, and high sounds like a lot more processing than medium. So there is a volume difference between the three, and there is a heavier processing that is occurring between those three as well. So understanding that, I now can understand what those three things do, and I can pick my poison and choose what I want from that. This is really cool if you do not have access to a mastering engineer, and you can still have options to kind of fine tune slight things, but overall just get a master out of your record. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is, there's a button over here that says reference. And even for me, I said to myself, there's no way, right? Long story short, what this reference side does is it allows you to import or upload a reference track. Now, this is something that I preach heavily all the time when it comes to mixing. What LANDR has incorporated into their system, into their AI, is you can now upload a MP3 or some type of track that you love. Let's say a commercial record, preferably something that you download from iTunes, one of your favorite records that you download that sonically sounds like your record, or that a record that you want it to sound more like. Take that record, upload it into this part of the actual app, and now it's going to create more of a balance of that record for your track. If that is not a sick idea to be able to have right there as far as an AI is concerned, I don't know what is. So I'm going to try this out. I already have a track in mind that I feel like sonically sounds like mine. Now, I'm not going to play the track off the strength of copyright issues. I don't want to upload this track and let you guys, play it out loud. But I'm going to upload a track that sounds similar sonically to the track that I like in comparison to mine that's commercially out there already. So I'm going to click add track. I'm going to go on down. It's a track called Suede from No Worries, which is a group with Anderson .Paak and I believe an artist Knowledge. And this is a record that I really like sonically, and I felt like sounded close to mine. So I'm going to upload this thing to LANDR, as you see right now, generating preview. This may take a few minutes, and I'm going to see if LANDR can basically try to match the sonics of that record compared to mine. So give it a second. Let's let it upload. Okay, so it's done uploading. Let's see what it did and what it created sonically from the reference track that I created. All right. It's okay, cause we young, baby. Oh, it's that honeymoon phase, yeah. Well, everything is just great, yeah. It's the honeymoon phase, yeah. Interesting. It's basically essentially taking that reference track that I uploaded and creating or replicating the sonics of that particular record in my record. So another way I can really show you how it sounds is I'm going to go from the original sound to the LANDR master to the reference track master that LANDR provided. So let's start with the original first, and then we'll go up. Original first. Okay, cause we young, baby. Oh, it's the honeymoon phase, yeah. Well, everything is just great, yeah. It's the honeymoon phase, yeah. I'm praying, okay, cause we young, baby. Oh, it's that honeymoon phase, yeah. Well, everything is just great, yeah. It's the honeymoon phase. Very interesting. And what I can tell you about the reference track as far as the Suede record from No Worries is that it does have a more open sound. The vocals are a little bit more tucked. It actually has, I can tell that it actually did something in reference to that reference track to make it sound more like the reference track. And this is very interesting. Now, for a final take, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this master now, and I'm going to see what it sounds like. And what I'll do is I'll use the LANDR master just to see what it did. So we're going to create this master, basically bounce this master, and I'm going to bring this thing into Pro Tools and see exactly what it did. Let's check some meters, let's check some levels, let's see what it sonically is doing. So let's do that now. And the beautiful thing about it is, with the subscription plan that I have, basically I can choose to have the HD Wave, 24-bit, 44.1 and higher, the 16-bit, which a lot of you will probably be using, the MP3, high quality, and then the low quality MP3, which is awesome. It's really dope to have that functionality. So for me, right now, what I want is give me the 16-bit wave. I just want the 16-bit wave, which is pretty much what I'm going to be submitting to these stores to have in on Spotify, Apple Music, all of the distributors and things of that nature, as far as the streaming platforms is concerned. So save master. And remember, at any time, you can get your subscription to LANDR right in the description below. It will help to support this channel and keep this going. Okay, so it's saying that it's done. I'm gonna click download on my master and get the file. Download, and now I have the file. So let's take this file, let's bring it into Pro Tools, and let's see where we're at. Okay, so now that we've imported the audio from LANDR into one of our DAWs just to analyze it and look at it, here's what we have. So I'm looking at the peaks and troughs. Looks cool. I see that it is mastered. I can tell by just looking at the waveform that it is mastered. Now, what I'm going to be looking for is the LUFS, which is basically the standard that these streaming platforms are based off of. So I saved you the time because when it comes to LUFS, you have to play the entire song in order to get an idea of what the actual long-term LUFS are. So I'll play you a little bit of the master of what it gave me just to get an idea of what it sounds like. I'll also just play it like this for now, and then I'll show you the actual meters after. So I'll play a little bit of the song. Let's play a little further back.
This situation is so brand new. Yeah. I wanna tell everyone about you. I can't get enough of you. Yeah. But we both know this feeling, cause it isn't the first time that you had somebody hit you with that good morning text. When I'm laying with you and I tell you it's more than sex. Do we mean everything we say? Is this the real thing or just a phase? Whatever it is, oh girl, I'm cool.
Cool, so I like the way it sounds. It feels really good in my headphones, and I played it on my monitors as well, and I like how it sounds. Now, obviously, to each its own. There's a lot of different ways that you can literally use this. Now, I'm going to show you the metering for right now. Now, on my meters, as far as LUFS are concerned, for the entire song, I was getting about -11 LUFS as far as my long term, which is cool. That's a range that I can deal with. Now, in LANDR, I could have asked for more intensity, which then would have probably gave me more volume, so that option was open to me. So if you were looking for a master that was louder than this, I could have gotten that out of it by just simply clicking it, because I have a specific type of pricing plan as far as within LANDR that allows me to have those options and that functionality. Now, I'm getting about -11 LUFS. I can get it louder. If I wanted to get it quieter, I could have pressed low intensity and got it even quieter. So to people that are looking to get their songs mastered, if you need it right now, if you need it instantly within minutes, it's a good practice. You can come over to LANDR, sign up for it. I'll leave a description in the link below. And you can do this and you can use it to your advantage. Now, for people, say for instance, you master your own stuff. And I know what you're thinking. I'd rather not try out a computer program that basically does the job of a mastering engineer for you. Well, at the end of the day, I hear you and I understand that. But in the same breath, there's so many different ways and so many ways to look at this style of using AI or an online software. For instance, I can now take the reference track that I like, download that master, and say, okay, good. Now I know where to wind up when it comes to my master. You can even use LANDR's masters as a reference for your own masters. So you can literally put this in, let LANDR master it according to your reference that you sonically like, and then take that song that you sonically like as far as what it created from yours and bring it into your session and now master on that. There's so many different ways to use it. To be honest, I might incorporate this into my workflow that way, as far as taking a mix, bring it into LANDR mix, master my record according to this master that I already like on this side, taking that track, bringing it into my mastering session and mastering on top of that. I think it's really dope just to have that kind of ability, or kind of like, once again, having that second person there to say, you master it and let me see what I like from that master, and then I'll master that. So there's a lot of different ways to use it. It's a really extremely inexpensive way to have a mastering engineer master your record, or just get a master out of it. I'll show you some of the pricing as well. So as you can see, the pricing is pretty awesome. I mean, for the price of $6 a month, you can get a mastering engineer at your disposal. And this is basically what it offers. They have the basic plan, the advanced plan, and the pro plan. And these are just their monthly plans. Now, within the advanced plan, you obviously can see that you get a lot of bells and whistles. You can choose the style of your record, volume match, mastering preferences and that reference mastering ability that I showed you guys before. You can also get that in the Pro plan as well, only that you can get with the waves. The waves will be unlimited as far as how many you can actually get, so it's really sick. You can even switch over here and go on to the yearly plan, where it'll be a little bit cheaper as opposed to the monthly plan if you just pay for it outright for the year. So that was basically my run through of using LANDR, hopefully giving you guys different ways that you can even go about using LANDR. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Also, if you like the LANDR and you're planning to use it, please use the link in the description below to keep and support this channel. Thank you to the good people at LANDR for asking me to basically try out the product and stuff like that. I'm a fan. I like what it does, and I have my own way that I plan on using it moving forward. So once again, make sure you follow us at Help Me Devon on the Instagram. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Also, make sure you come on over to helpmedevon.info at any time to get some of our presets, plugins, and other goodies. And make sure you join our Discord community with a lot of aspiring engineers just like yourself. This was my review of LANDR. Hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, guys.